One, Grandma Rashamane here, and there's a little bit of a lag. I put a lag in um, the beginning of my stream and recording because sometimes I'm goofing off trying to figure out if it's really streaming and recording. So, hello, it's afternoon, it's before my scheduled hour. Uh, I'd like to say that nothing happens when I'm on just grinding, but that's not what's happening. Sometimes it's odd. Sometimes there are just shocks. Sometimes it's delightful, but it's always interesting. Always interesting when I am on. So if you want to wander through the desert with me, come on along while I just do my thing when I'm not on the scheduled time. So welcome to Grandma Rashamane's. This is my room where that little one way over there on the left, I had a wall and a door. That's where I very first started out so that I could be safe from the elements. I would just stand in there and that would be my character standing in there. I'd go do something else because there's just nothing to do in one little tiny room. Um, Yesterday, the heat got up to 173, and my health again got down to about half. So it is what it is. Sometimes it only gets up to 114, but yesterday it got up to 173. Then I get to pick my jerboa that I want to keep for the day, but I also make sure they have food because they're not on a trough over here. They used to be, but yesterday, I'll have to take the first one. Oh, come on, Peter. I was going to do Peter and Paul and Peter and Paul, like Peter, Paul, and Mary, but the second one turned out to be Paula, so that was that. Okay, so far, I have torn down all the walls. It just got to be too much, me bumping around, doing things. I'm learning to shut the doors. I am not good at it yet, honest to gosh. This is only my 4th month on ARK. I have been playing actually since April, which is about 6 months ago, but I didn't have a computer off and on for about a month. Last night after 9 o'clock, I decided I'd stay up and grind, and I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning so that I could get this done because everything was coming down here and killing my animals. And the only thing that I did do that was interesting, oh, this is my new spider, by the way. It's actually a scorpion, of course, but yeah, it's a spider. I named him Spider. See what I mean about interesting things off camera and off a stream? These S Plus doors are kind of amazing, but in a good and bad way. First of all, it didn't keep my rocks from spawning, right? You know. The next thing is that they open automatically, which is all well and good, except it only opens up automatically for you and one animal. Then all the rest of your animals are stuck out here. Then if you go over here, you come in and this happens, or it just sticks on you. So you have to come over and you have to press E. I haven't quite figured out how to keep them open without them shutting, so I just stand here close because it shuts right away when you're out of a certain range. I don't like them because there is no option for changing the schedule opening and closing. I wish that there was an option. It would be so much easier. So press E when you get in, and usually it stays open for you long enough to get everything in. See what I mean? You can just walk around and they all open. Now if there's some huge animal out there wanting to get in and you're still walking around and you have made all of this in S Plus, this one is not S Plus, that's why it's not opening. And you've made all of these in S Plus, then every time you walk around them, they're going to open. See what I mean? Ridiculous, isn't it? That was odd. That was the odd thing that I learned yesterday. Today I'm going to figure out if you put an S plus structures is different than what I was playing on the center. On the center, I just had a crafting table, and I was used to do a different kind of a craft where you could pick up what you put down. So let's just say that you wanted to move your whole center of operations and all this with you. You would go up, you would press E, and over here it would say pick up S plus reinforced behemoth lock gate. You could pick all this up and take it with you. Of course, you'd have to, it's not as heavy as the raw material. I mean, there's 450 rocks, 450 wood, and 450 thatch in each door and each gateway. I just eyeballed the placement. This is the first one I had made, this tiny one over here. It does not have S+. I didn't have it loaded in when I first got on this map. The admin put it on the other day, and I tried it out. So this is just a regular push the E, and when you leave, you'll have to demolish it, or you can just leave it here for other people, or when you're back here doing whatever you need to do. Let's get some water. We're out of water. Press E. Remember, your animals cannot drink out of a water vein. You have to put a well on it for them in order for them to drink. Only you, the player, can drink out of a water vein. So if you want to fill up your morella tops, you're just out of luck. So here was a second shock. I learned that I could run and jump up onto a rock taller than a doedic, and this doedic, my first doedic, Rolly, was like, I don't know, maybe a level 20. I was glad to have him. I mean, I take nothing for granted in ARK. If I have a level 4 parasaur, I am thrilled to have it, especially if you're starting. And you can remember, you can get a parasaur with a slingshot, especially a low level one. It only takes a few hits with a rock. Put mejoberries in it and a little bit of narcotic if you're afraid it's not going to stay down. They tame extremely fast. Their saddles are really easy to make. You can do them right in your own craftables, which is V if you don't want to go through the regular I and then over to craftables. I is for inventory. V, just V means craftables, and all this stuff is in here. Check that out. And down here, my parasaur saddle. It's only 80 hide. You'd have to kill 10 Listersauruses or maybe 2 jerboas. Fiber and wood, easy. Really easy. Remember those tiny little bushes that look like little baby trees? You use E and you can gather. You can't use an axe or anything. And they have wood in them. I'll show them to you today. But yeah, so your parasaur is easy to get. And when you are a low level, get yourself up off of the ground. Then this one was stuck. It's a 102. I was amazed, totally amazed that I could find a 102. Of course, I took it down with a trank arrow, but I was out yesterday gathering metal, as always, gathering wood, as always. They can go in and out of a big one, or they can go in and out of a gateway. The morella tops can only go through a behemoth gate, so you're really kind of stuck protecting your morella tops unless you make, watch this, over here in your engrams, I think it's spike, yeah, spike wooden wall. These are horrible on the wild animals as they approach. They're also horrible on your animals if they get caught in them. And if you get caught in one of these, it might kill you if you're trying to get out. They're very sharp. You can make them out of wooden or metal. And I had a wooden one up. We can make one. I'll show you what they look like. Let's get down off of our fabulous new parasaur. Parasaurs are great. They may look goofy. They may be looked down on by some, but they keep you up really high. I mean, bushes are as tall as you. Remember that. You've got bushes that you can stand in and nobody can see you. Um, so this was, it tamed out at a 102, but I'd already had a 115, and then yesterday I found this one and it was a 130, and I tamed it and it became a 161. Tamed out at 161. And now I have one male and two females, and so I'm going to have parasaur eggs for whatever reason. I usually find that they will lay eggs if they're in close proximity, so I usually keep them all in one area. They level up quickly, they'll go long distances, level them up in speed and weight, and you can carry a lot of things with you, and you can get someplace really quickly if you need to. I went over to the Morella tops. Predominantly, they have 196.4 movement speed. This one is at 53. It started out, I think, as a 12, and I've been upping its weight only. Two of them, my lowest ones, I'm upping in weight, and the other two, my higher ones, I'm leveling up in melee damage, actually. And so usually a parasaur only comes, well, this one's got more movement speed, but this one, the higher levels will have a lot of health, a lot of movement speed, just everything, can carry you right off the bat. But my first parasaur, really low, was I think only 140 something movement speed, so I upped it to 200 because I wanted her to be able to follow or keep up with the Morella tops. The reason is, if you're on your parasaur, all your other animals are following you, and you say, get this target, attack my target, whatever you're doing with a target, the animal that you are on is not going to join into the fray. You have to push the left button, get up to the bad guy, and push the left button. Then it will attack. But while you're on it, you can stand back, be safe, and all your other animals can attack the animal that is trying to attack you, or the group. So just, it's nice because then, they're not really big in melee damage. They're great for other things. I do give them a little melee damage if I'm riding them all alone, but if I have a lot of other stuff, I don't. Now what? What do we have going on here? What is it? I'm going to ship this. Okay. There we go. Cool. There was a jerboa out here last night. Here's one. Okay, let's see what it's doing. It's putting back its ears and its tail is straight. That is a thunder lightning storm. And pretty soon the skies will be black. Get yourself, the first thing you want to do is make a slingshot. Get yourself your jerboa. But if you don't have a jerboa and you hear a jerboa off in the distance warning you of an impending storm, seek shelter. Just get into your little tiny shelter right away and stand there and leave your character be, and then just stand in your tiny little square of thatch wood or a stone, or preferably one doby square of stuff, and and then go, get a drink of water, have a bite to eat. The storms are really long on this ARK. For some reason, it's not just you're fighting other animals or people. In this one, you also fight the elements. Cactus sap now has a patch that you can use cactus for both drinking and for food. So get yourself some cactus sap, put it in your hot bar, because you can be using the hot bar and still be up here doing other things at the same time. Which, if you're up here, you can't do that, Oh, I can't put them in here because it's a preserving bin. I wanted to put in, I got my first parasaur egg. I'm not going to waste this one spot with all this cactus. Save your spoiled meat. I saw a vulture last night. I don't know why, but in the most interesting, non-aggressive areas last night when I was up there, the scorpion, a vulture, a carno, and 3 or 4 raptors were all up in one area. You can't talk when all this is going on, this noise. So I'll just be quiet for a second, stand around, see what I put over here last night in this one. And here it comes. So I did clear out this one. Save your mushrooms. It's the only thing that is going to tame your Procoptodon. I thought it was rare flowers and mushrooms, but the only thing that they're eating are mushrooms. So I lost a tame because I put flowers and mushrooms and thought I had enough, and it was a really high level. And it just ate all the mushrooms, jumped up and left. That was it. This is my storage box with my raw materials. As you can see, yesterday it had a lot more. Right now it doesn't have hardly anything because I've been building like crazy. This is my S Plus table where I can make all the things that I'm crafting. The crop plots, my forge, all of these things that are in the S Plus station you can pick up and take with you when you leave. Very, very nice. Before you couldn't take anything with you. I always put a small box because this is not the primitive where you get, something that says here's your wood, here's your paint, here's your, etc. I always put a wood bin or a some kind of fuel here. I was using thatch and wood, and I found out that you can use spark powder. So I started using spark powder because it's flint and stone, and I tell you, the second one is all my stuff coming out of a mortar, and I have a lot of spark powder, and it burns a long time. And that's what we'll do while I'm just kind of hanging out waiting for this storm to go. Remember to press the shift key if you want half of what you have there. Okay, so let's take whatever's in here. Oopsie daisy. Let's see, I guess this way, huh? Would be better. Take the thatch out, put a tiny bit of spark powder. Shift, shift, shift. We'll put 31 of you in here. A lot of times when you have these electrical storms, it's really pitch black. Okay, we'll take the thatch out of here, and we'll put a little bit of spark powder. Is there anything on the wall on this one? I had little wall torches, but I was tearing down walls, and a lot of them are gone. I don't know, but this game is entirely thatch and fiber based for some odd reason. I mean, it's so intensive for fiber and wood. Now I don't have to worry about having to hunt around for fiber. If I don't have any in the cabinets, I don't have any. Okay, I'll stick this in here. And I did do some testing, and everything that needs thatcher wood also needs spark powder, can use spark powder. But remember, a lot of these elements are from the first time that the software came out, whether alpha, beta, or the original. The new release hasn't been released yet, but this is still the beta. But the island came out where it just was, thatch and wood. And then they introduced the spark powder with the forge, and voila. Now it just stands to reason that you can have any kind of spark powder or thatch or wood in any of these. And at the beginning, thatch and wood is really easy to come by, especially if you don't have a mortar and a pestle. Okay, so you don't know how many times I've run around and robbed all these of their thatch and wood. Oh, charcoal. That's because it was only burning wood. I seem to use this one a lot, so I'm going to put a little bit extra in it because it's, kind of lights up this whole area. Yeah. This is our smithy. This is our crafting table. If I would have known that I was going to take down that wall, I would have never put it like this. But, I mean, I can always take the crafting table out and place it over here in front of this door if I really wanted to, just, you know, for whatever reason, if I still want to continue not to have to jog around through everything. You'll find that you just keep moving stuff around. Usually when you find a place that you like and you're exploring the area, you don't have time just to keep moving and moving and moving and fixing and changing. So I did make another mortar and pestle. You can make them in S Plus now, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. No, I don't know. Okay, engram. Mortar and pestle. Yes, I knew. So since it's only a 0 for your engram points, EP means engram points, just buy everything. Wow, I knew I'd seen it. Now, when you leave, you can pick that up. Or you can pick it up and move it around. And it saves on so much wood. And, I mean, rock, flint, stone, whatever you want to call it. Thatch, fiber, etc., etc. And of course, all of you know I've been telling everybody that the timers in here are different than the timers in your inventory. Here it's going to spoil in less than a minute. Here it's going to spoil in 7 minutes, the next piece. Then I think if it already hasn't started to spoil, it spoils in 20 minutes. One piece every 20 minutes, not the whole stack. Everything organic has a timer, whether it's days or months or minutes or whatever. Anything organic does have a timer. The fruit does. The mushrooms don't. That's interesting. The flowers don't. All of the berries do, not the sap. The plant species, why I'm going to plant, but also one plant species Y will tame a jerboa. So if you've gathered something that has a plant species Y, use your slingshot, get your jerboa and stick one of these in there, and go do something else. Start gathering thatch and fiber for whatever you're going to be building to keep yourself protected, and it will tame it. This is my cabinet for all the mortar and pestle stuff that I have right here. Yesterday I did not make a whole lot of spark powder because I saved my, I made after I had finished all my behemoth gates. I'll take that back. After I had finished all my behemoth gates, I put some stone over there, and I did make some more spark powder. You need spark powder in everything, especially in your ammo. Yesterday afternoon I built a rifle. See my rifle? It needs to be repaired already. Repair. Wow. Repair. Wow, I used a lot of trank arrows yesterday. Holy smokes. You can make your own trank arrows while you're walking. If you have arrows already made, you can be walking while you're crafting. If you're not overweight, you will walk slower. Be prepared for that. But you still can walk and get somewhere slower while you're making your arrows. Make a bow right away. The first things you want to make when you land in any ARK are your hatchet and your spear. I mean, it's great to have a club, but you need a hatchet first so that you can gather wood. Remember, the hatchet gathers wood and rock. Also, you'll always have the engram. As soon as you get the engram, I don't know when it showed up, but as soon as I got the engram for the hatchet, I already had it showed up in my inventory a pick, which I kind of thought was interesting. I don't know how much it cost for engram points. That's interesting, huh? So I made a pick for thatch and flint. I made a hide sleeping bag. I just went around and made like 5-10 spears, because as soon as they break, you can't repair them. You may repair your pick and your hatchet with a little bit of thatch, maybe a little bit of rock. But yeah, you might as well just forget about the spears. They just are gone. So just have a whole bunch of them, and as soon as one breaks, if you have another one down in your hotbar, it will take the one that broke its place, and you can just keep smashing or killing or using it for whatever you were using it. So let's make a wooden wall, spike wall, so you can see what it looks like. You'd have to kill 2 lister sores, but or find something that another animal's killed that's just laying there, and just take and harvest it. So we need wood and fiber and hide, of course, all the things always that you need. Wood, fiber, wooden fiber, wooden fiber, wooden fiber, wooden fiber. There's the wood. There's a fiber. I don't know how much fiber you need. Wow, look at all this stuff. I didn't think the S plus stuff would show up in here. You need 30 fiber. Oh, not even close. Let's see here. About here. Fiber, wood, hide. Okay, hide. Load up the first things that are light, and then add the last thing that's heavy. Remember to press the shift key if you only want to get half of it, just to make it. And there's our spike wall. Let's make one. Go back into your inventory and unload the heavy stuff so you can walk. I wanted to put this cactus sap over here. Remember to always up your health, your stamina, your fortitude first. Water is a real great one to up to 140 if you can, or to 120 at least. You're always running out of water. The more you can, the higher the value here, the more you can drink at one time, the more the slower it dissipates, but the faster that you can get things done. I upped my food a little bit because you're always running out of food and water. The desert is really a harsh place. It's really frustrating, but on the other ARKs you can up your weight right away. Not in this game. Maybe get it up to 200, maybe, but then start working on your fortitude. First, I got my health to 300. Then it went back and forth between my fortitude and my stamina, and I made sure I got my fortitude up to 40. I'll give myself a little bit more stamina, because when I run out of stamina, and you're not going to be diving anywhere to get any fish or sea monsters, so just keep this at 100. No big deal. Your crafting speed, you might want to speed up if you're doing a ton of crafting on your own person. But, so here we are, just doing our thing. I sometimes put this down in my food bar because now it gives me water and food. And I wanted to get this repaired before I go outside and show you the wall. Here. Okay. Repair it. And repair it. Put your cursor over whatever you want to push into your inventory, and press the T key for a transfer. And you will have transferred whatever you wanted over there. Alright, here we go. We will put it in some obnoxious, all by itself place. Right here. Here. Yesterday I had a Procoptodon running around in here, and I had to decide whether I was going to kill it or I was going to tame it. And, you know, both my other procoptodons were stuck in rocks, and I thought, well, I'll just kill it for the meat. And then I thought, well, if somebody else comes on the server and they want to have one to get around on, they're more than willing to take a lower level. Of course, all three of them are really low level now. I decided I was going to tame it. And I did not know that they, at a lower level, could run as fast as a wind, could jump up on that rock and jump way over to the door. And they will not attack. So if you're putting in a, you know, a trank arrow into it, it will run, just like a parasaur. Will run like crazy. Oh, here's the little tiny trees I was telling you about. You have to harvest them with the E button, but they will give you wood. See, it got 7 wood, 9 wood out of that one. And that is great when you're starting and you need wood and you want to hide. You don't want to. You want to be in a bush that's about as big as you. You can crouch down, or you can lay down, and you can just crawl through here. Now, I don't think that this is really good for animals that are going to aggro on you. Personally, I don't believe that you know, the vegetation makes a diddly difference. But with people in a PvP, you certainly can hide. And now you can gather wood. So press the E button, and 5 wood, 7 wood. See? Isn't that amazing? So in that you got a little bit of wood, a little bit of narcoberry, a mancha berry. You can eat the seeds that are for the garden. I particularly wouldn't eat the stemberry seed or the narcoberry seed, but all the other ones you can eat, and it gives you just as much as if a berry. So don't throw them away if you're starting out. Keep a stemberry handy. If you get tranquilized by a scorpion, get a couple of stemberries in you. It'll keep you from passing out. And but remember, you're going to get extremely thirsty and hungry right after that. Okay, so if I was going to run around and tame something that is going to charge me, like a carno or something is coming, or you have a bunch of animals that you need to protect, where's a good place? I know exactly a good place. I don't want to just put it down and then waste it, you know. Watch your water and your food constantly. If you run out, you don't, and you're not ready with some cactus sap, you will die. It doesn't allow you to be out with much. Oh, I cannot get used to that. Okay, I'm always over here doing my thing. Oh, here's a good place. Right here, where I don't think I'm going to run my animals into this. Okay, so here we are, and here is what it looks like. Nasty. Really nasty. You run into that, you are going to lose life, lose health. You know, if you had a couple of these on you, if they're not too heavy, and something was after you, you could stand in the middle and put 4 of them around you, and it couldn't get to you. That's pretty interesting. Huh. I'm in, if you go to I, it's 104 degrees. Remember, we're on military time. I'm going to get back in the enclosure. What am I doing out here? Just because I'm in the easy area doesn't mean there's not going to be bad things. Cannot get used to that. Okay, let's see. Okay. So we're on military time, 12 noon. So in the morning, it goes from 12 midnight to 12 noon. That's 12. 1 p.m. is 13. 2 p.m. is 14. 1400 is military time. So it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 104 degrees. The wind is 85%. If you are putting up a wind turbine and it is like 45%, it will not run. The little the arms, the fan blades will go around and it will not turn on your generators, the generator that's inside of it, and it will not power up any of your stuff. I found that out over at the Green Obelisk. I put all my stuff in 100% wind, and I don't have a clue if it will run in 85%, so I'm not going to say whether one way or the other. I did spawn in South 1, the easiest one for me. I just spawned in the wrong place to show you how to respawn somewhere. And because I didn't know how to respawn when I first started. I mean, it was my very first time. You get killed right away, and you're like, I don't know how to respawn. And I thought I was going to spawn someplace, not respawn, so I built another character. I lost all my engram points that I had up till then, and I don't want that to happen to you. Really, I don't want it to happen to you. I've been really lucky. There's not too much here in this area except raptors that'll come down. I usually go up since I don't have a spyglass, and I find out what their number is, and if it's really low level, I don't even bother anymore, because it just takes so long after you've got a few things going on like this. It takes a long time just to look at that. I know my graphics card is gone. It died. But if you look way, way over there, over towards the obelisk, running around like a tiny little ant, is a little raptor. Be aware of your surroundings. Most of the bad stuff occurs over by the mountains. So, oh, I know what I wanted to do while I was up there. Check the wind for you guys. Okay, 20% wind. I do not believe that that is a good thing. Huh. Isn't that interesting? It was 85% in the compound and not even close to that up here. Wow. You have to go around and check. 20% wind. That's a silly thing. This is where I started. Right over there in that little grass shack over here. I spawned down here somewhere. And I crept. Literally harvesting a little axe, harvesting little tiny stones. I must have spawned down here somewhere, because I remember having to creep around right here, and I crouched down and looked around. But see, I mean, these bushes are almost as tall as you, and some of them are as tall as you. And I found this rock, and I cooked my little stone pick, and I picked away, and I got rid of all of the rocks, because you need flint right away to build your first fire. And I was killing Listersauruses. I heard a jerboa, and I shut the door. I made a fire. I got some meat in me. It is more of a sustenance than berries, although berries are just fine. And I set about to find some cactus sap. I'm really hot, overheated, 114. I'm sure it's higher than that now. I must have gone about 20 times this way. I never knew that there was a water source up here. It's so funny. But I never saw this. I went around the other side of the other rocks. There's a water vein. Remember, you can drink out of it. Nothing else can drink out of it. You cannot fill up your water skins or anything in it until you put a well on it. And I don't think you can even fill up a water skin in it when it's a well. Only your morella tops can drink out of it, and then the morella tops fill up your water skins. And here's your thatch and cactus sap. Hit it with your fist. And go into inventory, and there your cactus sap will be. And your thatch. And you can just start making a thatch place right away. So, let's get back in. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of... I started building something that I could tame in. Like if there's something out here that is particularly something I would like to get, like a high level, even a low level. I am not particular, guys. If there is something out here that I want to tame, I can open up the other door. Nothing can get through these doors except for terrorbergs and dillos in the other places. Why this wants to go one way open, one way shut, I have no clue. This one down here is an S+. Those up there are just regular doors. Who knew? Make sure you close this one first. I did put on all 3 of those so that if I needed to, I could get something that was tall. And then I put... I was going to have a corral for all of these way over on the other side of my building. In fact, I did have one, and I accidentally left the gate open, and a raptor got in and killed my beautiful little Sally Jeroboa. And my it was Happy Her that killed the first raptor, and I got here just in time and killed the second one. But it was just right back here, and I had a fence foundation down. Every time I would take out a fence piece or a fence foundation, both of the gates, the wooden gateways and gates, would demolish just automatically. So I gave up. I just decided that since Sally had died, I was going to take and I was going to build all of this, get myself enclosed, and this is what I did yesterday for 14 hours, hunting and gathering rock, stone, and thatch. In copious amounts, by the way. And the rocks started to come back in. And you know, every time I have something that's loose in here that is wild, they run over to the rock, like the parasaur and the other procoptodon. They run into these rocks. It must be some part of the software that puts them into the rock first. So I left it, because that's where they head for, those 2 rocks over there, that one and this one. And then because they're not aggressive, I just stand here and shoot them. Then eventually when they start to run away, they'll run someplace else, and then like the procoptodon passed out there, and the parasaur passed out between, half its head on one side and its body on the other side of the door, of the gate. Okay. Then this, I was up yesterday getting my metal. I found my metal nodes. I'm so excited. I love it. Okay, so I was on top of Ramshackle, which is my highest level morella tops, and I'm putting my up in. I'm leveling him up in melee damage. He's also loaded, and I never got to unload. After 14 hours, I gave up. I was like, forget it, I'm not unloading. But I have him up to a 371. I had, over at the green obelisk, I had parasaurs, and I was able to get them up to, like, I don't know, 500, 600 melee damage. And then the other one, I upped in weight to almost 4,000. But yeah, if you just pick one of your animals, the highest one, and up it in melee damage, it seems that in numbers, the morella tops are extremely dangerous. If you have one morella tops, none other are around, and you want to tame it, it will run. If there is another one in the vicinity that you don't even see, and you want to tame it, it will fight you. And if it starts to fight, you can just bet another one's on its way to help. Just get out of there. And I don't think a hatch, little outhouse thing will help you, because Slizerus, the admin, and my granddaughter Scully were just starting out in ARK, and they built a thatch place, and they got a trike upset. Now a trike, no matter if it's alone or with a bunch of other ones, will attack. And the trike just, knocked down the little shack and killed both of them. So, but not with the Morellatops. There's a different dynamic in it. So I'm just going to, first of all, I'm going to need to build a spider saddle for Spider. I know it's a scorpion, guys, I know. But I have to go build a saddle, because I have to move it out of the way. Then I'm going to unload. See what I mean? You want to do one thing, and a million things happen, and you just don't get a chance to even get to what you want to do. Or you're trying to say something, and something happens, and your mind just sort of flips over to that subject, and you forget what you're going to say. And I do watch my own videos. I'm trying to get better at speaking clearer, not running my words together. I have ordered a new microphone. We've ordered a new graphics card, because my graphics card, I'm now using my onboard computer one. It's a brand new computer that my grandson built for me. It's great. I love it. But it also is got, its little idiosyncrasies. And one of them was the graphics board. And so we're replacing that. It will come. So if everything looks a little fuzzy, it's not because I didn't start out with clear, concise looking animals and thunder and lightning. It's because my graphics card decided that its pixels wanted to die. And I'm not streaming my regular hours, so I'm drinking lots of water, because I do live in Southern California. It's really deserty, and it's dry and hot. Just like in Scorched Earth ARK. I believe my new microphone is going to be able to shut that out, those kind of noises. But right now, that's just not happening with my tiny little microphone I have. Okay, so let us find out what it's going to take for a scorpion saddle. On all the other ARKs, if you go to a drop, you get recipes and great little, bookcase items. It'll, here's a scorpion saddle, and you can make it without having to buy the engrams. Here I've gotten 2 adobe walls, an adobe window, a bookcase, what is that? Rockwell recipes, and I don't even know what they're called. It's going to show up purple. Oh well, it's this, a blueprint. Pardon me, I forgot. A blueprint for an adobe railing. That's what I've gotten. Period. Out of purple, green, and blue. I just, doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm not going to say a word. Okay, back to the scorpion saddle. I usually get a blueprint for most of my saddles, and I create a bookcase, which they do have one in here. Bookcase, bookshelf, and you put your book, all of your recipes from Rockwell recipes, everything in here that you get out. I know, guys. I was at this for so long yesterday. I'm just a little tired, but I needed to get some things done before I'm on later. Procoptodon, Doedicurus, Anklo. Oh, I have to make it here in my own. Hide, fiber, wood. Man, I'm telling you, whatever you kill or what anything else kills, if you don't keep the meat, keep the hide. You're going to need a ton of it. And there is the famous wood and the famous fiber. Oh, yes. So yesterday I had to make, oh, let's see how much hide is in here. I think that's enough, right? Fiber and wood. I had to make a couple of saddles last night. I had to make a parasaur and another doedicarus saddle. I really like getting the higher doedic because I can up its weight and it's going to be great. I got my tiny little doedic. Thankfully, I have it. A doedic it can harvest so much more than you can harvest with your little tiny hatchet and your little tiny pick. It's not even comparable. Not even comparable. I mean, not anywhere near comparable. So I just take my tiny little low-level doedic. They call them doedics. And I would take my marilla tops, and I would get one rock, and then I would offload it. Just and then keep leveling it up. But this way, I'm going to obviously be able to get a lot more product at one time. Let's see. Well, I think I am going to up him in melee damage. It's kind of low. He tamed out at a 94, and he was a 61. I was so excited. Anyway, I was on top of a marilla tops. There was a rock just about the same height as my house. Well, actually a little bit lower. See? Maybe as that, like one level right there. I just walked my little guy right up there. I jumped on top of the rock, and the scorpion was down there, and I just kept hitting it with my trank arrows until it started to run away, and then I jumped off of the rock, and then I followed it and kept going. Because the dynamic is that when they're almost going to go to sleep, become unconscious, they will start to run away. I always check, make sure. I'm going to be able to reach both of them. Take off of inventory. I will give you your gamma berries back. They're not on the feeding trough way out here. I need to put another one over here. Yesterday I broke down and made one for my first corral there. T for transfer. And then let's just get this. And this. This is my 57. This is Wilson. I'm upping him in weight until he gets to 1,000 weight. And then I'll give him a little bit more melee damage. Or maybe stamina. I know I should be leveling them up in health, but you don't have time sometimes to do that. You want to really badly, but you don't have time. Not for everything you want to do that you used to do, because now you're also, you're battling weather. This guy was just jumping around in here when I was done, and he got stuck down in here in the well, and I didn't think I could get him. And so finally he came out of being unconscious and sat up, and so I hit him again, and his tail was swinging around out here, and I was able to access him through his tail. It was funny, kind of cute, but I was just like, how am I ever going to get him out of there? But after he was tame, I just pressed E and got him. And I put him out in the yard so that I don't have to throw mine onto the ground to see what kind of characteristics the next storm is going to be. Ears back, tail out, thunderstorm, lightning storm. Howling like they're howling at the moon, sandstorm. Barking, then digging a hole, trying to lay in it, heat storm. Whimpering, it's a rainstorm. Let's see, I don't think that he was the only one that I didn't unload, was he? Let's see, what else I got stuff in him too? No. Ramshackle? One of these. I had both of them, these. Yeah, Ramshackle. I don't know why I called him Ramshackle, because you get a ramshackle, cool ramshackle stuff. I took him up to get something ramshackle, maybe out of one of the drops, and I got those 2 windows, so I thought, I didn't get anything ramshackle, I'm going to name him Ramshackle. Yep. And I was so glad he was stuck in one of the rocks, too. So let's see here. Alright, so take off from inventory. Make sure your animals have food, just like in real life. If they're working really hard and you put some food in them after they worked, you'll actually hear them eating. They need to eat if they're not on the trough. I don't know why I think like that. I don't know if it's really true, but I do know that if I have the doe dick out, he doesn't have anything in him, and I give him food, you hear him eating every time. And they love amberries. Even my Brontos on the center loved amberries. And on the island too, by the way. Okay, second thing I did, I made a sword. It's 50 metal ingots. It's not the second thing I did. It's the second weapon I made after the crossbow, because I am terrible with a pike. I know other people use them like crazy. I made one. It didn't work worth diddly for me. So I spent the 50 metal ingots only after I found my metal vein, so that I don't, I'm just not good at a pike. I try to stab things. I'm stabbing everything. Sword, I can look towards what's coming at me and just slash the you-know-what out of them. Okay. And then in here, is there anything that I need to move over? Do I need to eat? Yes, I do. Okay, so number 6. Let's eat. See, my food's going up. It will continue to go up after this gets down to 0 and you quit. If I'm really down on food and I hardly have any, and I have berries in one of the umbrella tops, I just grab the berries and I eat 1,000 of them. One time I ate like 200 or 300, and I hardly had any food. Okay, so let's just make sure everybody is unloaded here. Oh, I'm not gonna fussy. Boy, last night was terrible. I could not walk. It was so laggy. Now, these guys, I know that they have health, stamina, oxygen, food, just like everything else. But you're carrying them on your shoulder. And at first I couldn't figure out what I wanted to up them in. But I decided to up them in melee damage. Because if they can help, like other animals that are on your shoulder, why not? It might be, the difference between your life and death. And I think that's important. At first I felt kind of silly doing it like that. But now, I don't mind at all. So, I up them in melee damage. Look, 210. They will not be as powerful as something else, like a Morellatops that has a 210. I can tell you that I had a vulture that had 500 melee damage, and it died to a direwolf that had 5, a 4, was it level 4. So, I mean, you can just level anything up, but if it doesn't have the weight and the height, or like this one, the melee look, the nastiness of it, well, then it's not going to work. Like Happy Her being at 500 and a Morellatops at 500, I believe they're not even going to be equal in power. But I know if you're on a Morellatops or a Parasaur or anything, and something you need to fight is coming at you, you just get to look at it and then go like that and push it away, and it will eventually get killed by your animal. Also, something I found kind of interesting about a Parasaur that I had no idea about is I think that you come over here and push the left button. There is something, I think it gathers thatch. I know it doesn't gather berries. Gee, many Christmas, these guys eat so much. That's incredible. If you're walking, push the shift key and it makes them sprint. See? Rats. I can't believe that. That's incredible. See, it was trying to eat. It put its head down and was getting something out of the sand to eat. Because it's hungry. They eat so much. At first I was giving them like 200 berries. Huh. It would be gone by the evening. So now I don't even bother with that. Okay, so this is Happy and Happy Her. That was my first parasaur named Happy. I was happy to have him. He was my very first tame in my whole life. And of course he was killed. And then the next one I got that was a male I named Happy. And it's just been now kind of a thing with me. I'm going to get the movement speed up. And then I'm going to work on health and stamina. Yeah. And every time you're out, even if you're just kind of hanging out in the yard, make sure nobody's got an egg. Keep those eggs. Oh, are you kidding me? How tragic. You're kidding. Is it going to shut? Oh, that's a trip. I know he can gather something. I can't remember what it is. There. Wood cactus. Wood thatch and cactus set. So you have to build you got a parasaur first. You need to build yourself your little thatch hut. You have cactus to eat. Gives you water and so you don't even have to give off of your parasaur except to gather food for him to eat. I don't know what he does with this. Does it give you sap and thatch? Yep. These only give thatch. So trees, cactus trees, this, but it doesn't give you anything else. No. No berries. Gosh, it must be hotter than you know what out. I was going to take and try to get rid of this rock, but it keeps spawning. See how this guy is caught in between these two rocks? If you had a couple of fence foundations and you kind of encircle that whole area and you put doors on the fences instead of walls, you could walk around that guy and you could tame him, especially if he was a low level or high level. High levels are hard. My first parasaurs and we were all killed with I think a level 10. No, it was a level 40 actually. And my Ankylosaurus is really low. Is that going to shut? I didn't even hear it shut. Hold on, let's get her and put her back. She has a lot easier turning radius than the Merlatops. The Merlatops are really, their turning radius is ridiculous. Every morning that you get on, go and check all your animals for food, check the troughs for food. And by the way, remember, these guys eat spoiled meat. You can give them regular meat. What? You ate all the spoiled meat already? There's no way. We're going to have to go kill something. Oh my gosh, no way. Oh my gosh. I was saving this for the narco berries, but that's just a dream. And look, we only have 70 meat because I haven't had any carnivores. I don't have anything over here, do I? No. Over here. You know, spoiled meat has such a short timer that I just keep everything in the preserving bin until I can find some crystal so that I can make a fabricator. And after I get the fabricator, I'll be able to make a refrigerator and electronics. after I get silica pearls, which, you know, we'll be able to get silica pearls pretty quickly. I don't know why I didn't recognize that the first time. Sometimes after I tame them the next day, even though they have a lot of something in them, it'll be gone. So I check every morning or afternoon, whenever I get on. Okay, guys. So let's take about 118 bullets. I have 86 trank arrows. What else do I need here? If I take one of these, I'm going to sort of see. This is a shotgun. They are fantastic for close range killing. They are horrible for long range. Don't waste your bullets on something you're trying to kill that kills just as easy with arrows. Get some trank arrows. Put the extra stuff on. See, I haven't been upping my weight, so you have to put the extra stuff on your animal. And a tent, by the way. I have 2 tents. Yesterday I unloaded a lot of stuff. Before we go, I'm going to have to make more shotgun bullets. That's why I went up last night and got some metal and found my so we need meat, and we need, keep everything shut, guys. It's a bad habit I don't know how to keep yet, but I figure if I keep doing it, I'll remember. I'm going to put the tent on him, put the shotgun and its ammo. Stay on your animal while you're in your inventory if you're out and about. It's important. I'm going to put this one, and I'm going to put the trank arrows. No, I think I'll put the regular arrows in here. Backup, backup, backup. Always a backup. You can make stone arrows really easily on the fly. So a bow and arrow hardly takes down a water jug bug or oil jug bug, but a crossbow absolutely brutalizes them. They're gone. I have my handy dandy, everything's in working order. Okay, so let's just go make a couple more shotgun shells. I think I have enough gunpowder. I don't know if I have enough or not to make a few more. Do I have gunpowder? Only 3. I don't have enough gunpowder. Rats. Charcoal. Charcoal, charcoal, charcoal. Oh, no charcoal. Wow. We'll have to get some wood and just do like everybody else. We'll get wood and metal and then use the wood to make charcoal, and spark powder, make gunpowder, and it's hardly sufficient in small numbers to make even a bullet. It takes like 12 of them to make one bullet. You have to have a ton of things burning. That's why I was always burning wood in my lights. But now I had to use all the wood yesterday for keeping this place, getting it all, everything, the perimeter done is actually what I'm trying to say. And I'm trying to think, and I'm hemming and hawing. I know it. Okay, so this takes 3 simple bullets and 3 gunpowder per, and this takes 6 gunpowder, and so 6. I only have 9. I want to be able to make these. Be able to make some more of these. I think 118. We'll just go. We'll just have to go and get some more stuff. Okay. Any minute we're going to have another storm, I'm sure. So, see what I made about the elements? Okay, it's going to be heat storm. Watch their mannerisms. Dig a hole, try to lay in it, heat. At first, you might want to ignore that there's heat coming. But when it gets 173 degrees and over half your health is gone, it isn't worth it. Make sure your water and your food are going to plummet. So make sure you have cactus sap. Okay, and make sure all the doors are shut. You would not believe how much difference that makes. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't have any other place to put that over in this side. And finally I took out a mortar and pestle that was there just so I could have light in here. Sometimes in the electrical storms it's really dark, really dark. Okay, so we had to find something to do while this horrible storm is going on. Take all from inventory. What if we have enough time? Get the water skin, remote use item, remote use item, remote use item. As long as they're chirping, it's not there yet. It's 125 already. You don't think that there would be places where there's 125 degrees, but Death Valley and some places in Arizona. Oh, he's out of water. Oh, he's out of water. See, 0.750. He cannot fill up until you get him over here. Uh-oh. It's all proximity based. He needs to get next to the watering hole just in order to drink. Come on, I need it off. Yeah, I gotta get off. Oh, let me off, let me off, let me off. Can I even get those out of there? See, it's 177. I'm going to be dying any minute. Okay. And your health just plummets. Come on, guys. Let me out. Let me out. Remember I told you yesterday it was 173? Well, now it's 177. Sometimes it doesn't get that high. But anyway, to make a long story shorter, come over to the preserving bin wherever you have your food. Press the I button and watch your health just dissipate. That's why you need to up your health. Example A. You will get down to half your health. And if you have low health, I mean, the first day I died of health, going down to nothing when it kept saying, you need to increase your health, you need to increase your health. And you're like, how? I'm not getting any kind of blueprints or anything for any of the Rockwell recipes to keep your health up during something like this. So the episode, I just made sure that I was right by my bed, and I just died right there. Then I just turned around, got up, Went to the body that was left behind, took all the inventory, put all my outfit back on. I only had leather at the time. You need a lot of silk to make your desert armor. Make sure you get it as soon as you can. Okay, so I was going to come over here. I'm going to unload this into here really quickly. The water is, as you see, it's leaving the bags really quickly. I need to go get wood. Hopefully there's some wood in here. Tiny bit. I'm not overweight. I can walk. I don't want to get burnt. Actually, you can get burnt. Okay, so here we are. Wood. Get the spark part out of here. Oh, I need the spark powder. Wood, spark powder. Oh, that's right. You can't use wood. You can only use thatch to burn. Because wood makes charcoal. Charcoal makes things for, oh my gosh. Shoot. First time that ever happened, I was so panicked that I was burning that I didn't know how to close it. That's why there was one right there to the left. I'm taking this one out and I'm moving it way over by the campfires. I just didn't do it yesterday because I didn't have time. So let's see. My recipes were, I got them on Gamepedia, I think. I said yesterday where it came from. Let's see. Official ARK wiki on ark.gamepedia.com/recipes. Okay, so I'm going to walk over here where I'm not going to get killed. Doggone, see? You can walk right up on that thing. Ugh. Man. Oh my God, look at my health. I'm going to die. Because I got in the fire. Doggone it. Nothing I can do. I just might die. I'm going to die. What a shame. Oh, man. My fault. Getting in the fire. Okay. Make sure you make a bed first off. If not, see, I wrote down, it says buy water well. Okay. Oh, the only reason I'm going to get my health back is because the temperature is coming back up, going back down. Look at that. Wow. That was pretty close. If I didn't have 300 health, I'd be dead. I mean, I'd really be dead. Woo! Man. Well, see, it's kind of red around the perimeter of the screen. That's because you were dying. So we're just going to come over here. So I'm standing on the darn thing. Which is really easy to do, by the way. Especially for me. And you can't ever climb up on anything. You can climb up on things that are dangerous. That's it. That's it for you. What? Is there something still in there? I thought I just took all that. Oh, when I opened up the box, it actually opened this back up. Well, that was kind of silly. So let's take it all again. And maybe we can put it over here. There you go. Now let's just take it. I used to have these outside, and I know this sounds incredible, but I would put a fence rail around them so I wouldn't walk into them. I'm just not that good at ARK yet. Where's that? I know I'm making you sick, dizzy sick. What time is it? Okay, because I start at 7, it's a little before 6. The adobe railing. You know what? I'm just going to make myself adobe railing, just like normal. Sometimes you just can't help it. You have to take care of yourself first. So a tiny bit of thatch, a little tiny bit of fiber, a little tiny bit of wood, a tiny bit of clay, and I need 3 of them. I'd put some up on the roof of the house, but I'm going to put another level on the house, and then I'm going to put my garden on top of the other level. I know the heaviest thing you might need to actually need to do more than that. Okay. Oh, we need another cooking pot. Let's see. Put all that kind of stuff over here. Pistol cooking pot. Let's put it down here. It's such a big thing. Clunky. Really clunky. Why would they make it have such, so much? I just don't get it. Where? I better be able to put one of these railings down and it not be obstructed. Well, it's better than getting killed continuously. Oh, I'm supposed to make 3 and I made 4. It's kind of odd. Okay. Now, well, the storm is over. I'm going to load back up my stuff and we'll just refill up the water containers when we get back. Right now I'm not going to mess with them. Just take all this stuff out. You can just put anything you want in any storage wherever you are, because when you have a storm, you need to do busy work, and getting your cabinets all fixed and put where they belong is just the greatest busy work in the world. and then you run out, you're not so bored. I mean, it is really boring. Trust me, it is so boring. Oh, by the way, the water skins hardly last at all full of water. Right? You're not going to be able to use them for any more than maybe like one storm worth. And then they're gone. I will also be able to get our metal done when we get back. But we also need to get more wood to be able to build and everything necessary that we need to do. Burn, make charcoal, wood, thatch fiber. Wood, thatch fiber. Never throw it away unless your life depends on getting out of there. Keep every mushroom or you will not be able to tame things. Oh, where's my tent? Did I already put it on my other animal? Okay, I've got my bullets, my crossbow, and all. I'm not going to need more than 100. Am I? I don't think so. I haven't even been able to make trank darts because it takes so much of everything. Okay, so what is the temperature? 125. Oh my God. Glad to see he's drank all of his water. I want to know if you go up in the hill, just right out the door here. If you go up the hill, up the hills, is it cooler? See? Isn't it sick? I think it's ridiculous. I think it's totally, totally ridiculous. He's following the other one, so I'm just going to have him follow me so he doesn't run around like some spasmo. Do you think that thing is really stuck in there? Well, we'll find out, I guess. Just remember to be careful when you're doing things like this. Because if it gets out of there, I'm in big trouble. It is going to come after me with a vengeance. If it can't move, do not move the crosshairs. Just leave them right there. If you keep moving your crossbow around, you'll be in trouble. Oh, shit. Oh. Excuse me for my horrible language. What is it? It's a 16 female. Wow. Have as many of anything that you want, anytime that you can. The reason being, unfollow everybody. The reason being that you want to be able to, I don't think I'm ever going to get used to that, you guys. The reason being, the more you have, the more powerful they are in numbers. You have a bunch of anklos and a bunch of everythings. You can just bet that you're going to be able to, especially that, you know, you're going to be able to survive longer, especially as an entire group. If you're moving or going somewhere, anklos are really powerful, and I don't care if they're low level or not. They're very powerful. I always put a lot. If they run out, they will actually, get up and leave. Okay, taming. Herbivores take a long time to tame. So here is a this, 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 make sure you've got everybody. Some of them you think you did and you didn't. Sometimes they're stuck. One time I was up in the mountains and it was a storm and my Jeroboa was almost ready to quit howling. It was a huge sandstorm. You will die in a sandstorm, by the way. It just takes your stamina and your life right away. It's really awful. But anyway, to make a long story short, I just left them up here. They got stuck. There was nothing I could do. I just left them. They were on neutral. They could protect themselves. This is why you want to do your stamina. See the little blinking? I don't know if you can see it. Way up in the right, there's a little blinking lightning bolt. That's their stamina. This is where the spider came down last night. This one over here. Right down through there. There is still a morella tops up there, stuck. And now that I'm up on this guy, I don't know if this is safe. What is that up there? Yeah. Be careful, don't aggro anything. See that morella tops up there? This is a scary part because this is where the elementals hang out. And if an elemental pops up at me, I'm going to be scared. Holy smokes, I'm going to be so scared. Oh no. This is the bad part. If you're going, oh, another metal node, oh my god. Look around. What, Peter? If that guy over there is a really high level, he's going to come over here and try to kill me when I start to tame this thing. This thing's been there since last night. I need to get this guy up closer. He's on high. Press the 0 way over the keypad and put him on medium, because as soon as I do this, that guy is going to come over and try to kill me. And I need his meat. See, here he comes. You just know that other one's going to show up. Doesn't matter what level this guy is. I could care. I want him. If it goes down really fast, he's a low level. Oh no! He was running right away. He's a low level. I don't know. I've never been up this far. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I'm so shocked that other guy didn't show up. Nobody has any, you guys don't have any berries on you, do you? Doggone it. I thought I had brought some, but I put them all on that other guy down there that's taming. Okay, so while this one's taming, we'll get the metal. Be careful. There are rock elements everywhere. One pop out at me, I'm going to scream and run. Oh, there's another metal node. I'm not going up there. I'm a chicken. I don't want to go up there. Oh, Well, I guess it does help if you, oh, use Wilson? I didn't know that. Okay, that's good. There's a little bit of narcoberry. I doubt if I'm going to need it. Low levels tame up really fast. See over there it says taming effectiveness 75%, 13 levels. It'll tame out at about a 49. Okay, put this away. Come on, we got to get this metal node over here. Okay, so get this one. You try to get on them from the face, and you don't always make it. Okay, so turn around. That's, the interesting thing about this big hump is that you can't see. So you have to get it in a different mode. There you go. And jump off. If they're on low, they're going to be really curious. They're going to get their little faces stuck. And you'll hit them. Be careful that none of your animals are behind you. You will kill them with a pick. I have done it. I don't mean to, but I did kill one. I felt really bad. It's like your own animal, you know. Okay, 6 o'clock. I got to be careful with my time. This happens to me all the time when I'm just off doing, and I thought, man, if you're new and you don't know how to do any of this, and it's your first time and you don't know how to grind and find stuff, and you get, you know, freaked out like I do so easily. I get really easily freaked out by a lot of stuff because I'm new. I mean, I'm a grandmother. I've been gaming for 4 months in my whole entire life. And then 1 month, I have to add my 1 month. My 1 month of working on playing on the PS3, playing Minecraft vanilla version, so scary that, you know, the lava and the water just scared the you-know-what out of me. Oh my golly. I was always just, I would rather watch Bloodborne and Dark Souls with my grandson killing everything than the scariness of playing ARK by myself on my own. Uh-oh, I think my parasaur's going to be in the way. Come on, everybody, let's go this way. I'll just walk. Let's get down here. I've got to find that other metal node. You can't waste any time on Scorched Earth. And the reason being, is this the metal node? The reason being is that you're fighting the elements. As soon as your Jeroboa goes and starts, no, you're not. No. Wilson. Wilson's the one. I'm upping in weight. Let's get all this on Wilson. If your animal gets overburdened, it can't walk, it can't run. And if it gets overburdened, you can't ride it. So if you're after metal and you decided you might keep the stone, because you know you're running out of stone all the time, just don't keep the stone. Just get rid of it. You don't need the stone. You're going to have stone right out your back door. Metal is really hard to find. Oh, I was trying to show you this yesterday. If you have something really heavy, go ahead and drop the item. Walk over to where you want to put it. Turn around. Pick up the item. Turn around. Press the F key. And then put the stuff in there. Watch your weight. I can't load him up to any more than about 800 without him walking like an old slow man. This is going to be in the way. Use your pick to get stuff out of the way. It gives you flint, hardly any stone. Gives you maybe a metal if it's a regular stone. If it's a sandstone, it won't give you anything but sand, flint, and rock. But mainly, it'll give you flint. The pick is the only thing you can use. By the way, where is my other metal node? I never can find it. And of course, they can't follow me anywhere. These trees give you 3 times as much wood as the other ones down in the valley. They're real trees with real wood. Always nice to know. I can't put any more on him. So what I have to do is I have to go over here. I have to open him up. I have to take all this stuff. I have to turn around to my weight one. Make sure it is. Sometimes I open them up accidentally, put the stuff back in the same animal. I found myself doing that the other night, and I'm like, why aren't I looking to see where I'm putting that stuff? You know, you're new. You don't really look. There is another metal node around here. One. But only one. Was it in here? I found it the other night. I was so excited that I forgot to walk. I know that sounds crazy, huh? I mean, I was on top of the morella tops. It was the first time I'd ever found any metal up here. I'd been playing, and I couldn't believe I found it. I was just standing here on top. I was so excited. I couldn't even breathe. When you find a resource like this that's so great, you are just ecstatic. Now, I can put a little bit more in him because I'm riding the parasaur. So let's see here. I haven't upped him in weight though. So I have to be really careful. I can only load him up to about maybe 480. And remember, I'll just get rid of the stone if it gets to be too much. Especially on him. He doesn't need to be carrying stone. That's 30 pounds that he doesn't need to carry. And I need him to kill stuff. He's my defense. I find it interesting that if I'm not in the area of my tame when it gets finished taming, it doesn't tell me that it's tamed. But if I'm in the vicinity, it will bring up a page telling you what it is. Okay, so 650, yeah, you can take a little bit more. Okay, those are the 2 metal nodes. Now I know there's 3 that they're here. But I have to get out in the open. This isn't working out. They're going to have to turn around on their own. I can never get them untangled sometimes. You're not going to be able to smelt in the forge if you don't get wood. So you need wood. Never throw your thatch and your fiber away. Just don't do it. See all these parasaurs up here? All these parasaurs, every one of them, you can get with a slingshot and rocks. I have to watch out. Now see her stamina is hardly going down. If you're... What? Oh my God. This is great. I don't think I've ever... Oh my God. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Never in my life did I ever think there was that much metal up here. Why can't there be a tiny little piece of crystal somewhere? Wow. Doggone it. Okay, so let's see here. Here's some metal. I don't need. I'm not taking the rock. I'm just not going to take it. I refuse to overload my animals like that right now at this time. Yeah. If you think that your animals are going to have to fight for you and something you think might be in the way, get it out of the way, whether it's a tree or a rock or anything. Because up here I have found that there's a lot of bad animals. And I know for a fact that I can see up there, they get so tangled up. Look at the metal over there. Oh my God. So much metal. Okay. There's no way I'm going over there. I have never been past this point. I will not go any further, I don't think. This thing is going to be done taming in a minute anyway, and then we got to get back. And then when I start streaming at 7, we'll go up there and we'll just start. And we'll have to go on Happy or Happy Her, the one that's the fastest, because I need to run up there and see if there's any elementals, and I have to run back down. So I'll have to get anything out of the way, like rocks or anything that they could get caught on, because if there's an elemental up there, I certainly don't want to be caught on anything. I want to get the heck out of there. Remember, I have learned in my whole 6 days, I'm going to name it later, whistle it on neutral or it will attack everything, and it's following me on medium. So let's get back on Happy Her and get out of here. Okay, let's go. Rubber banding. I'm going to get down here. If you have a jerboa on you and you up its weight to 100 or 200 pounds and you put 100 or 200 pounds of wood or something on it, when it is on your shoulder, you will not weigh that extra weight. But I've been up doing their melee damage because I am so new. I am not that great at anything yet, and I want everything to be able to help me that can. So, after I get back, I will stop. I need to go and make some dinner, eat, and all that la-di-da stuff, so that I can get back on at 7 on my scheduled time. I couldn't believe it yesterday here. You know, there's just nothing here. Everything was showing up. The spider showed up, and I tamed him. A Carno was here, and we ran from it. Make sure you've got everybody. We don't have everybody. Unfollow them. You don't want them following and getting stuck somewhere. Doggone you. If you got a traffic jam going, just get off the animal you're on and let the one that you're on be able to fight also. Okay, did you show up? You have too much weight, don't you? Yeah, remember I told you he could only take 800 pounds? Okay, so I need to go over here and I need to offload him. He wasn't stuck. He couldn't move. Oh. Just drop the stone. We do not need stone. Okay, 800. Good. Okay, so these guys are all taken care of. Where's Happy Her? I can't even find anybody. Okay, I'm going to go this way because everybody's on unfollow except her, and I'm going to jump on her, and one of the other guys is going to try to follow me, but for right now, get in first person, get one of the Morella tops, follow you, the other one. Now they're following Happy Her. The reason I don't like them to follow my other animals that I'm on is in an emergency situation, they'll all take off. They won't follow me. They'll all take off and follow the lead, which is just not going to work out for any of us. That, you know. Everybody coming now? There's our favorite little Listersaurs. Alright. Come over and grab this guy. Alright. Now for the horrible part of trying to get in. I need to... Jesus, I hate this. Absolutely hate this. You know I'm going to end up having to change some of these doors to not be like this. The ones that I'm always coming in. God. Okay, I don't have any water. I could have gotten some water when I was running around. I didn't even look. And it would have said, you are dying. And I'm going to go, what do you mean I'm dying? Always check it. I have no food. Jeez, I don't have anything. When you get going, you actually forget to eat and everything. Okay, so unfollow everybody. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you following? Happy Her. Oh, you're following her too, huh? Push Y, get him off of that. Have him follow you. Get him out of the fray, if possible. They do a better job of getting out of the fray than we give them credit for. Okay, so that took care of that. Ooh, this is what I need. Another one. Hurry up. Get the door shut before he goes back out. What is he? He's an 84. Perfect. He is going to chase the crap out of me. You know that, right? I need to find something I can get up on. I had a taming pen, and I had brought something in and, you know, left it in the taming pen while I went and got some stuff. I didn't know that they will despawn in there if you're in your area after a while. So don't leave something just wandering around. If you're going to tame it, get to it right away, as fast as you possibly can. It's important. Boy, I'd really like this, having all this here. This is so nice. See, it takes a long time to get all this stuff done, and I need to hurry because I start at 7, and I need to go eat, and all that yada yada stuff. Okay, take off. You have your amberries back. I don't want them. And then you just unclutter all this stuff later. Okay. Try to keep everybody as far out of the way as you can. Because they're big. And we never realize it. And of course the gate opened. Isn't that just lovely? Just what you don't want are a bunch of gates swinging open. Next time I build, I'm not going to be building like this. I'm just trying. Oh, it's my new one. Oh, that's why I can't get on it. Huh. I know you're probably thinking, what is all this stuff? I put doors in front of my cabinets so I can access them. My own idea. When you're new and you don't have any weight, you might as well just forget or get trying to take 10 pounds, 10 pounds, 10 pounds back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, from the animal to wherever your storage is. At my other place over in at the Green Obelisk, I had storages outside and the windows where I would be able to access them from the inside. But here, I noticed that if you have a storm or something, this is so much easier just to offload them like this. The storages at the other place always got in the way. I mean, like, continually got in the way. Keep your... This used to be a door in. Well, no, actually it didn't. This was the door. And there was a wall there. And I just went ahead and put a door so I could get that store. Because that was where my original, all my stuff was. So I think I have I accidentally made an extra Morella top saddle once. I do not want to have this with me. All this extra weight is just not anything I need. You don't need extra 4 pounds. I do want to put this here. I'm not going to need my shotgun, and I'm going to need my taming arrows, my rifle bullets. If I close down and come back, that what time is it? I'm going to be right back. Don't go. Because if I try to log off when I get back, that other Ankylosaurus will be gone. Hold on. I got to get going. I got to grab something to eat. If you hear me chomping around, it's okay. I got crackers and cheese and turkey meat. Alright. But I know that if I log off and log back on, I won't be able to keep that anklo. I could always stop streaming, but then things happen and then you don't get to watch. But I do need to quit right before 7 streaming and then start again. I kind of wanted to do it in this window, in this door. If I could irritate the crap out of it. Maybe I can do it on the roof. I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't know. And of course all these guys here are going to be in my way. When I first originally had one level and I threw my Jeroboa, they would end up on the ceiling. Which means that they would end up on the roof. And I finally had to make it 2 stories. So that when I threw them, they wouldn't end up on the roof. See, if you have one, there's Peter. And then you have to look up usually. See, he's gone. Oh, well, there's one over there. Oh, maybe because of the window or the hatch frame. I'm not good at this, so don't get too excited. No. No. Nope. That's not going to help. Come on, guys. Let me out. Another thunderstorm. That's always what you want. Put everybody on passive, guys, or they will kill this sucker right away. My poor house. Remember, just keep the arrow right on there. Don't even bother moving. Of course, on the same move. You can't shoot if you're sitting. Okay, my Amarilla Tops has got to tank this baby. Come on, get stuck somewhere. I need you. Come on, hurry. The storm's here. Thank God. Oh my God. I need... Oh, no, 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 no. What? 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 Oh, jeez, guys. How scary. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. I only have a half a second here before... I might die! Ah! Hurry! Okay. Get enough that he can tame by himself. Don't be chintzy. You can always get more medjow berries. Okay, guys. Everything closed except for this one. Okay. Let's run. Try to get past that. Okay, over here. Go here. And I'm just going to fill him up. I don't even want to mess with it. All right. Whoa. Come on, shut. Ah! I'm hot. I should find some place to cool down. Yes. Okay. I'm also out of food. Or low on it. Okay, so I'm going to get over here, get some meat. Put it back. Okay. Alright, guys. I'm going to quit streaming. The reason is I need to get something to eat before I get started on all my other stuff that's going on. And, oh, geez, that's really cute, huh? Oh, well. I'll be back at 7, which is in about a half an hour. Take good care of yourselves. It was really great. I'm glad that you just came along just to, you know, follow me around while I'm getting metal and taming and all the things you do when you're brand new that you have to do in an easy way. So, I'll see you in a few, guys. Bye-bye.